If you like Muuso video, you will love Muuso live. Link in the description below.
What's the crack, lads and lassies? It is boy
Che succede, ragazzi e ragazze? È il tuo ragazzo Nine Rider.
Night Rider 91 back again with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be getting rid of this Mickey Mouse shed and replacing it with the shed of my dreams. I went ahead and
quindi questo capanno lo trasforma nel capanno dei sogni.
Something that is nearly like a motorcycle studio. As you can see here, this shed was completely useless. It was a 1x1 or 2x2, and you couldn't fit even a Grom inside. So this summer, I finally pulled the trigger and got rid of this shed. I listed it on Marketplace, and within a day, somebody has come and taken the shed. This was the aftermath, an absolute mess. So
ok, l'ha venduto.
And I got rid of all the trash in behind the shed as well. Made the area nice and clean for the first step of the project. And the first step was to get a foundation for the shed. So I got a contractor out to dig the foundation, to put in gravel, and to also lay the slab. For the slab was down, the next thing was to just wait. The slab needed a week or two in order to cure and make sure that it was strong enough in order to hold up the shed. And once that was the case, I got the guys out to put up the shed that I bought. I got a 4x3 meter shed.
Minchia, 3000. Oddio, non so se tanto. Vabbè, no, in realtà forse no.
A double door. I done this in order to
3000
have
euro.
plenty of space for the bikes when they were going in and out.
3000 euro più 700 di prima. Sembra un bel lavoro fatto da geometra. Sì, un bel lavoro. Può essere un bel lavoro, assolutamente. Spero che ovviamente questo scalino venga messo in sicurezza, perché sennò faccio arrivare la Gestapo. Siamo a 3500 euro per sta roba comunque. Vediamo quanto viene a costare tutta sta roba qua, Il blu è molto carino. Blu carino.
As you can see, a nice clear blank slate for turning this into my dream shed. The next thing that had to be done was the contractors came out to put a damp-proof membrane on the floor.
Ok.
And to pour another slab of concrete essentially.
E quanto l'hai pagato la membrana protettiva?
Again, this had to be let dry over the next couple of days before any work on the inside could commence.
Ah, non ci dice il prezzo, fatto a nero quindi, senza fattura. Bravo! Bravo! Sì che è fatto bene questo.
Once that was done, the next thing was to order the OSB and insulation.
560 euro di pannelli. Molteni con 20 te ne dava il triplo comunque. E siamo a 4.000 euro. 4.000 euro siamo.
4 meters by 1.2 meters and just use ChatGPT to measure everything out. The next thing was to run the wiring. As you can see, there was 2.5mm wiring ran for the sockets.
Guardate che abbiamo detto, non mi ricordo quanto ho detto di prezzo. 3.500, 4.000, 4.002.
And 1.5mm ran for the lights. And then the insulation was used to cover everything up.
Minchia.
It was cut, put into place, and then insulation tape used to tape the joints.
Poi dai, perché stanno dei nobili.
Beside the door was left open because that's where the fuse board was going to go. The next step was to get the OSB board up. So
comunque,
that was done.
Isolamento, pannelli USB, cioè qui dentro ci puoi vivere, porco due. Classe di efficienza A14+.
Fasteners to fasten OSB board into the metal frame.
Perché c'è una bro. C'è tutte le cose giuste e poi il barbecue portatile. È un piccone.
After a couple of days, this was all done, and already inside the shed felt warmer and definitely soundproofed.
Bellino, ma perché c'è un lato luminoso? Non lo so, forse è una finestra. Cioè ha isolato comunque il basso, l'alto no.
OSB was added in order to have space for the fuse board, and the wiring was ran from the house into the shed as well, and that was 3x6 SWA cable from the inside of the house.
Altri 130, quindi 4.003, dai, 4.004. No, dai, facciamo 4.003. C'è lo sconto.
Once that was done, the next step was to fasten all of the OSB boards directly into the metal frame, and then it was time to paint. I went with
30 euro
and just got some fence paint or shed paint.
Dai, vabbè, questo gliel'hanno offerta. Boh, bel colore.
As you can see
Ma
from the
com'è?
first coat, the OSB board just absorbed the paint, and in the end it took 5 coats in order to
5
cover
mani!
everything to a standard that I was happy with. This was the final result.
Bello
As you can
però,
see, I really like the
bello,
matte black
bello,
look.
bello,
It looks
bello.
like forged carbon
Esatto,
fiber.
sembra carbonio
The
forgiato,
vision is slowly coming
bellissimo.
along.
Bellissimo. Stupendo, fanculo. Poi vabbè,
So once
dettagli,
everything was
se
painted, the
frega.
next step was lighting. I went with hex lights. It was
Altri
a
200 euro,
2.5
quindi siamo a
meter
4005.
long hex LED light that I
4005,
mounted
dai.
to the metal frame. Couldn't find anything online on how to mount them to a metal frame, so this is how I done it. I just drove the fasteners that you can get with the kit into the metal frame and then hung the lights from that.
Bello, bellissimo. Classico ultimamente, ma molto bello.
Once the lights were up, the next big step of the project was getting power into the shed, so I
Ma
got
il
this fuse
pavimento,
board from
scusa?
Amazon for like €40 with all the
40
breakers, and I had
euro,
an
vabbè, siamo
electrician
sempre a
come out and
4.000.
wire
Dai,
everything
facciamo
up.
4.600, to.
And once that was done, the shed had finally power. I could test the lights, see how it was coming together, and progress on to the next step.
Carino.
I also managed to do my first concrete work in order to patch up the hole that was done in order to run the wire into the shed. So once everything was painted and buttoned up, the last step of the project was to get the floor done. I cleaned the floor, make sure that there was no dust or anything on it, and then the next step was to paint it. So I just got some garage floor paint.
70 euro di vernice. Siamo sempre a 4.000 e? Non mi ricordo.
Make sure there's no dust.
4.000
Just to give a better
6,
finish.
5, 6.
As you can see here, this could have been left like this, and once it was dry actually, I went ahead and finished the floor with tuff tiles. So I went with black, red,
Minchia,
blue and light
500 euro di sta roba. Siamo a 4, siamo a 5.000, ipotizziamo 5,2, dai.
blue in order to do a stripe like the M Sport colors, and this was the final stage, so enjoy the finished product.
Aspetta, ma è finito così? Cioè, senza una mensola, senza uno scaffale, un casco. Cin- 5.000 e passa euro per questo.
So this is what the shed looks like now. I've moved in
Ah,
some
okay,
shelving
okay,
units,
okay.
added in my tools, put up some posters. The next plans for the shed are to get a bike lift and obviously some more tools. The whole project took 4 months to complete, and the most satisfying part was working on the bike with the rain outside.
Ah, ok, dai, piano piano lo sta costruendo. Minchia, però. Minchia.
Nice and covered, warm, and just having my own space to work on the bike. So yeah, I hope this inspired you and gave you some ideas for your own shed. And that's going to be it for this video. If you did like, please leave a comment.
Sì, la cosa che è costata di più è la struttura, quei 3.000 euro. Però io ti dico che, cioè, io sono in affitto col garage 70 euro al mese, a posto di 5.000, capito? 70 euro al mese. Boh, quello è un affare, fra. Va bene, voi l'avreste fatto? Voi li spendereste 5.000 e passa euro per un garage del genere? Li spendereste? Io non lo so proprio.